Hey, you guys. Hello, my people in the chat. Thank y'all for being patient with us. Technical
Yes.
difficulty, you know. But I'm glad you guys are here. So, before we start, let's acknowledge our supporters here. All right. Boom, boom, boom. We got a candy shop. Hey, bam, bam, bam.
Hi.
Hey, thank you for being here. Yes. So, let me see. I thought I saw Anointed.
Yes, she was here in Cotty, but I think the comments disappeared because it was before the broadcast. Sometimes it does that.
Oh, okay, yes. But thank you
Yes.
to those ladies had just decided to chime in and support us. I appreciate you guys. All right, so before we start our topics today, I just want to say it's Super Bowl weekend. My team, the Philadelphia Eagles, they are not in the Super Bowl this year, so I could give zero ups. Who is? However, I'm here for halftime with the good sis, Mary J. Blige. Okay, that is all I have.
Okay.
That's
Yes.
all I have to say.
Go Mary. Go Mary.
Mm,
Go
mm,
Mary.
mm,
Go
mm,
Mary.
mm,
Hey,
mm,
go
mm,
Mary.
mm, mm, mm.
Yes.
That's what we here for. That's what we here for. Yes, let me just highlight right here. Hey, to the candy shop. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all haven't already. The good sis be you know what I mean? She be dropping some gems. She be her content is top tier. Okay, you guys.
Yes.
Hello, Lisa. Thank you for
Hi,
joining
Lisa.
us. Thank you. Yes. So I just want to say so thank you, you guys. Yes, put the popcorns in the chat. Put the popcorns in the chat. So I hope everybody doing well on this Saturday afternoon. So Kat, you want to chime in before we start our topics?
Well, thanks for coming in today, guys. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. I've been working on a couple of paintings today, but that's about it. Hopefully, we have some good topics and you guys can give us some of your input today.
Yes. All right, so we're going to start with our first topic. We is not even going, we're going to milly rock right into it. Um, so our first topic we're going to discuss is ladies in 2022, or us being, grown ass women. Do
Mm-hmm.
you still celebrate Valentine's Day? Is it still important to you? Okay, and tell us why. Why is it important to you? Why are we still celebrating it? Why you celebrate it? Is it one of your top? Why do you like it? Why you don't celebrate it? So I just want to know you guys' input. It's right around the corner. February 14th. Just so you know, February 13th is Side Chick Day, and February 15th. February 15th is Side Chick Day as well. To what I've known, I don't know. I
Oh,
don't.
no.
Yeah. You said, "Oh no, you never heard of that?"
I have actually, being a side chick might not be that bad.
I don't
That's that's another conversation, though.
know.
That is another conversation.
Hello, Shauna. Thank you for being.
Hey. Yes. Thank you. Hey.
Yes. Thank you, sis. All right, so you said being a side chick. So, yeah, do you hold like is do you celebrate it? Is it important to you?
Okay. So this is my thought. I often hear people talk about how Valentine's Day is like unnecessary, like you should be showing love every day. And
Mm-hmm.
that is true. However, I happen to look at Valentine's Day like any other holiday, right? I mean, we can say that about Christmas. You should be acting like it's Christmas every day, but we still take one day where we show, either, your love for Christ or, your love for each other, and we gift each other. It's just that one special day that we set aside to, celebrate those things. So, you know, I understand the sentiment of it, but I think Valentine's Day is fun. I mean, the idea of it is fun. Um, I think it's that even though yes, you should be loving your partner or whoever every day of the year, I don't think it's anything wrong with you know having that one day to celebrate the love that you do have. I do know that like every other holiday, Valentine's Day has become very commercialized and it's kind of like a big money grab at these days. And that's why I think you have to kind of, if you choose to celebrate it, just stay within your own boundaries, limits, things like that. But I think that Valentine's Day and celebrating Valentine's Day is a fun thing. That's my opinion.
All right, say you met a boo thing
Uh-huh.
and y'all been dating is probably like 2 weeks. Talking on the phone consistently. And when I say 2 weeks, I mean like really. All right, I say 4 weeks. Y'all been consistently talking on the phone. Probably met up once or twice or 3 times. And I'm saying not meeting up as much because of the Panni 19. So, and working and everything like that. But you met up a few times. Y'all went on a few dates, and Valentine's Day is around the corner. You started dating him like January 15th or something like that. Would
Okay.
you? Would you be like, and y'all be like, yeah, you're the only one I talk to. We've been vibing and stuff like that. Would you expect for him to want to take you out on Valentine's Day?
Um, because of the time frame, personally, I wouldn't expect him to do it. Um, but I feel like if we both have mutual feelings for each other, it would be nice to have some sort of recognition, I guess, on that day, I suppose. But would I expect it in a time period like that? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe if I was in that situation, I might feel differently, but I want to say because of the short time frame, I wouldn't expect that.
I thought it was for the lovers though. Y'all not really lovers at this point though, right?
Right. We're not really lovers, so yeah.
I mean, like it still can be fun and lighthearted, but I'm just saying, like, would you pressure him, like, oh, Valentine's Day, like, can you at least give me some balloons or a teddy bear or something, something of the sort, whatever they doing right now these days for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
What would you? So all right, so you kind of pretty much answered the question, like,
Yeah, I would not expect that, no.
oh, so Lisa got married. Oh, okay, Valentine's
Oh,
Day.
that's so
Period.
sweet.
Hello, Marva.
Hi,
Thank you
Marva.
for coming. Thank you. Hey, Justin.
Hey.
All right. So, you guys in the chat, please chime in. Like, say if you've been dating for someone, I will give it like a 6 week time period. These is, you dating for someone 6 and hey, Valentine's Day around the corner. If you celebrate it, would you expect to celebrate it with that person that you just started seeing? All right. For me, do I celebrate? I was gonna say Thanksgiving, child. Please.
Uh, not
Okay,
Thanksgiving.
I'm thinking my sis is
Is you
hungry.
hungry?
Girl, yes. Okay, my stomach is like doing, you know what I'm saying, doing shuffle. No, but do I celebrate it if I was in a relationship, um, a solid relationship? I would say, would I celebrate? I would want it to be an option, but I would not be like, "What we doing on Valentine's Day? What are you getting me on Valentine's Day?" Because based on the past, even though it's fun, it's cute, it's always on steroids. It's always crowded at
Yes.
restaurants. The food is always subpar. They trying to get you in and out. And I think it's not as fun as if you were like in your early 20s, a teenager, when somebody like you and you're their secret crush or something. That's where I thought it was cute. But when you become an adult and everything like that, and just like you say, everybody set a day to say I love you and all that stuff. But if we were to celebrate it, I would recommend us doing something at home, something special, like cooking a meal
Oh.
together and having some drinks, probably put on Love Jones or something, or something like that, something a blasted, movie to have a if we're
Mm-hmm.
going to set aside a day to do something that we normally won't do or start, but I would not be pressured or that person anymore to to go out and celebrate it, because I know the last time I really, not the last time, but I remember one time it was like 1 degree outside and I really was not trying to get dressed up to go outside. It was one damn.
Oh no.
So I just think that for me personally, as a 46-year-old woman of a certain age, I would not put that pressure on my partner for us to celebrate it. I would not. If I came home or some flowers, that'll be cute. But one thing I can say, my dad always sent me something on Valentine's Day, if it was either at work or dropped it off at the house, because that was his thing.
I think that is so precious. Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
and yes, he did that. So that's what he did. Now, if you're dating ladies and ladies, or if it is any person other than the ladies in the chat or whatever like that, if you're dating someone within 6 weeks, do you expect for something? My answer will be no. I would
Mm-hmm.
not expect for that person to we don't have a relationship. They kind of semi know what I like and don't know what I like because we haven't talked. But I would not pressure that guy to get me something for Valentine's Day. Even if we started dating in August and or July and my birthday is in September, we're still getting to know each other. He could get
Yes.
ghosted. He could ghost me at the drop of a time, and I really wouldn't be as mad at that because we're not in a committed relationship. So no, I would not have that pressure. I wouldn't even put it in my head because, like I said, that is a commercialized thing
Mm-hmm.
um, for somebody. But and I feel like it's unrealistic expectations once again that us ladies put on ourselves for a man.
Yes, it is. And it's like it's I feel like one part of it is a lot of people think that it should be celebrated just so that it can look good, like kind of like a social thing. It's like, do
Mm-hmm.
you really care about those kind of things? Or are you trying to prove something to everybody else? You know?
Right. So I'm gonna go to the chat and just say hi. Just acknowledge some people. Thank you, Marva CB. Hit the like button, just like she said. Hit the like button, subscribe.
Yes.
No, comment up in the chat. I really appreciate you guys for being here. All right, Shauna. Since living in Ohio, I was introduced to Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day a year. Oh, introduced to Valentine's a year. They celebrated February and October. Sweetest day. Shaking my head. That's cute
Oh,
though.
sweetest day.
Yeah, sweetest day. All right. So people in the comments right there is acknowledging people in the chat. Thank you, chat. That's right. Be respectful, engage, ladies. We want to know, what's your sentiments. Hello, Vicky Black. Hello, thank
Hi.
you for being here. All right. So Marva CB said, for me, a simple gift. I was just thinking our guys should get something special too. Me too. I do think it
Yeah.
can be both ways. If you do, if you're going to give someone a nice sentiment, like a pair of socks or something like that.
I love socks. Everybody knows I love socks. If you gift me socks, I will not be offended.
Like, I really think that if you are something, do something that y'all both like together. Or listen, I know that I was dating this guy, and he
Hmm.
always listened to what I like. He always listened, and I miss him. It was me
Oh,
because we're not together. I told y'all, it was
see, I
me.
love like people that are super thoughtful like that. Like they pick up on those little details of things you might like, and they incorporate it into gifting you. I think that is so sweet.
Hmm.
Like instead of
So,
just getting general things like a flower, which flowers are nice, but I'm just saying like those little personal things that they pick up about you.
yeah.
I
So
love that.
Candy Shop said no, I wouldn't. I believe this is you could put the popcorn one popcorn in the chat, Candy, the Candy Shop Candice. If you're talking about no, you would not want to pressure the young man. If you were just dating them for 6 weeks, for a gift or to celebrate it. So I think that's what she was talking
I
about.
think so, yes.
Yeah, the candy shop. There we go. She's saying hi. If you laying down with him, yes. Okay. So that's something that if you laying down with him, yes. But maybe that's a conversation that should be had probably just mentioned because people are not mind readers. You have to know what you want. I think you should be a little bit more. If you're laying down with them and you spraying your eagle on, making luscious and stuff, then yeah, I think that that should be something that you would say, hey, I really like it. This day, I think you should communicate that, lightheartedly or just directly that, that is something that you would like to celebrate with that person.
Right.
That's just my opinion, with that. Um, so yeah, so they people acknowledging. Yeah, so that's what she meant. Thank you, Kansas.
Yes.
So this one is saying, I feel like flowers are overrated, but I don't mind Fiero or Godiva chocolate, my favorite brands. So
Mm.
I love chocolate. I love a floral arrangement. It's beautiful. It brightens up the room. It makes it feel sophisticated. And I know flowers don't last very long, but for that moment, it does. Fresh flowers does do a thing. Like every Sunday, I used to go to this place in West Philly called a Produce Junction, and they sell fruit and vegetables on one side, and in the front of it, at the front of the place, so fresh flowers and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
I would get an arrangement, and Sundays I would cut it and put it in a vase. And for the week, it would definitely a good vibe to have fresh flowers.
Yes,
I
it
do
is.
think, but for just simply that person that you're with should know that hey, flowers to me is okay, but this is what I prefer. And I think those are the things that we should be communicating what we prefer. How about what we do not like to to our
Yes.
partner, so they won't do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
think that
put
the
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 pop on
best
the
flower givers,
put the
the
pop
best
on.
flower givers are the ones that consistently give flowers.
That's true
Yes.
because they know what is good. That's
Mm-hmm.
right. Thank you, Queen
Hey,
Mermaid.
Queen Mermaid.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so
Mhm.
I do. So if you're laying down with them, one of our guests in the chat said, "Hey, yeah, if we make it luscious and stuff like that, I would expect something." So that's like I feel like that's where communication lies. And what if you are with some guy that say, you know what, Valentine's Day is just not my twist? How do you feel about that? How would you feel about that in the chat? If you're dating someone or you with someone in Valentine's Day and they have communicated that Valentine's Day is not their thing, that is stupid, is overrated, and you kind of like smitten by you think somebody wants something about Valentine's Day. How do you handle a situation with that? How do you communicate your wants? Do you just say I pick and choose my battle? It's not that deep, or you say, hey, it's only one day. What do you do? What
Right.
do you do, Cat?
Well, for me personally, if someone were to say that to me, uh, that's okay for me because I don't feel like it's a huge deal for me. I mean, like I said, I enjoy Valentine's Day. I think that it's something fun. But if someone doesn't celebrate that and they have valid reasons for, they just don't really care about it like that, that's okay. To me, it's not a huge deal. It's not a deal breaker or anything like that. Of course, I'm gonna be. Hopefully, they celebrate my birthday at least,
We're
But
not talking about birthdays. Birthdays have to be celebrated. I'm talking about. I'm
I'm
just.
just saying, yes, Valentine's Day is not a deal breaker for me, so it wouldn't be a horrible thing if someone just did not want to celebrate it.
I love edible arrangement. It's good with me because I'm a food. I love edible arrangements too.
Ooh,
Yes. So going back to one of the guests in the chat, I mean, in the chat said, that they like, their father is their Valentine's Day. So my dad has transitioned. He is, with the Lord
yes,
in 2015. But yes, my dad would send me things if he didn't see me on Valentine's Day, he would send it. He would send it to my job.
that's so sweet.
Yep, he would send it to my job, stuff like that. Yeah, so I miss my dad. But but they have never changed. But because he was like, look, us men, my dad is from a different breed.
Hmm.
No matter what, I'm gonna take care of the women need to be taken care of. My daughters need to be taken care of. They need to have money in their pocket so they don't have to ask no nigga on the street. You know what I mean? They should never walk these streets with their hair untaught, their hair not tossed, and no
Yeah.
dollars out in their pocket. That was my dad thing. So, but yeah, I do not think that mm, if I was to get a gift, trying to think what kind of if we are if like I say we are dating 6 weeks mark and he do want to do something.
Yeah.
What type of gift, you know what I mean? In the early, I'm gonna say for the first 3 months of you dating somebody, all right, y'all in the 90 days phase, and if y'all do celebrate Valentine's Day, what do you want to do on that day? What are your expectations for that day?
Yes. Well, okay. If it's, that short time period where y'all are still really trying to get to know each other, I think that is smart to keep it simple. I think that you
Mm-hmm.
can give someone something that is thoughtful but simple, like not breaking your pocket, not trying to put too much pressure and being super fancy because, not saying that it's a waste of time because I don't think things like that are a waste, but I think sometimes, when you invest so hard in something and then I think you just have to be careful not to set yourself up for some sort of disappointment, and that goes for both men and women. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's best to, keep it simple. If it's been like a short period of time, it's not
Mm-hmm.
something that you have to spend a lot of money on. And it's like I said, if you are a thoughtful person and you really listen to something that the other person might like, you can put together something very, simple and to the point, and they will appreciate that as a,
Right.
some sort of gift that's personal but simple. People appreciate that. It's all about how you make the person feel, okay? Not about what it actually is.
Keyword. Put the
Yeah.
keyword. Put the keyword phrase in the chat. What you say it was, Kat?
Said
It
it's about how you make the person feel, not really about what the actual gift is. You know, set up something, set up something at home. Maybe cook something that they might like. I mean, people. It's the way you make people feel that's important. You don't have to go out and spend all this money and try to be all
That is
fancy.
so true. That is
Yes.
so true. And that's where I'm gonna segue real quick. If you have any
Hmm.
else things to chime in about that, um, about making someone feel. Do you have any other thoughts, final thoughts about that?
No, that's it.
Okay, so I'm gonna segue real quick into that's where the engagement diamond industry went. Okay, engagement ring was created by the diamond industry, y'all. So we're sitting up here saying, "Oh, I want this big ring and everything like that." Why do we want these big diamond rings to make the man, not our ancestors, not us, even more rich with these diamonds? Now, I love diamonds. Don't get me wrong. I do have a few, but an engagement ring was created by the diamond industry.
Yes.
And then you
Yes.
have your and then people was like, "Oh, we get engaged on Valentine's Day." And they spend all this money, and some of the diamonds that they spend a lot of money on, so
Exactly.
it's apart, but they be spending a lot of money on it. Like, so I really do think that just like she said, it's about how you make somebody feel. Hiya, Blobby.
Hey, Oblavi.
I think about it's about Valentine's Day is about how you make that person feel. And
Definitely.
but we like, oh, look what he did for me. And I think that
Hmm.
is that's the reason why we want to get engaged, to show off the people that we don't like, or be like, look, this is how much we love, this is how much we love, we're going to we're getting married. Is that's the reason, truly reason why you want to engage?
Exactly.
Because I no longer, I think it's been about, I don't know, about 10 years now that I don't believe engagement rings anymore. I really think that that money could be sold into an investment property together, or sold into the celebration that y'all can have a destination wedding together,
Yes.
or hey, we have an engagement, he take you somewhere to Turks and Caicos and you know, and
Okay.
propose to you.
Yes.
That's an experience, you know, instead, you know, and that's my sentiment about it. But we can dive deeper on engagement rings and stuff like that later. And what are your thoughts?
Yes.
Real
I have
quick.
a lot of opinions about that.
Me
So that'd be a
too.
good
So,
topic.
but I'm not going. Yeah, I'm not going. We're going to talk about that another time about engagement
Okay.
and stuff like that. But I, as a single ladies in the chat, um, yes, a Blobby say yes. I don't want diamonds. Give me land or a house. Exactly.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. So, as single ladies, why do you know the pros and cons and dating during this Panni 19? The pros of it that Valentine's Day is coming up and it is about the lovers and how someone makes you feel. But if you don't have anyone, what do us single guys, single gals, what do you do? Do you feel pressure and sad about that you don't have someone to acknowledge, to make you feel special on that day? So how do you feel about that? How do you
Never. I am not the kind of person that, I don't want to say I don't care, but I'm not the kind of person that gets sad about things like that just because I think it takes a lot of awareness to realize that a lot of things that we see on social
yeah,
media, on TV, things that it's
yeah.
all manufactured. There are so many people that are just showing off. So I don't think you can let Valentine's Day or how you see other people celebrating it make you feel like you are lacking or going without, because what's meant for you is going to be for you, and maybe your time will come for that. But I don't think it's, I know it might be easier said than done, but I don't think it's a time to let yourself become envious or jealous or feel like you are lacking in some kind of way.
Hmm.
Because I mean, there are other fun ways to be okay with Valentine's Day as a single person. I always have fun on Valentine's Day. I do hit up people that I love, obviously not in a relationship kind of way if I'm not in a relationship at that time. But I still think it's fun, and it is cute, I think, to see other people celebrating it, and being
Hmm.
happy. So yeah, I'm not the one to get sad about something like that. But I mean, I can understand why other people do. But I think people should really, just take time and not try to let other people's situations make them feel envious, because
Yes.
it's not always what it looks like. I'm just gonna say,
Period on
okay.
period. Well, Don Perignon while we eating our filet mignon, butterfly well. Anyway, just simply say I'm not in a hurry to get engaged. I'm still in my 20s. I want to experience life and travel before I fully settle down. Yes, girl, travel. That's what I always tell my daughters. Travel, travel, travel as much as you can. You can travel alone. Just don't let people know that you're traveling by yourself.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself while you're doing it. And while you're dating, it's like gathering data. They gathering data from you. You gathering data from them. So it's all fun. And I agree with Kat. I think that TV and commercial has ingrained in our head for us
Hmm.
to kind of feel bad about if you're not with someone that you have to highlight it. And I really feel like that's ingrained in us. So I'm gonna go ahead and go down to my girl, the candy shop. She said I'm old fashioned, but my first ring came from Walmart. And let me tell you about candy. Old fashioned in what? Because honestly, that was not a tradition from us to have engagement ring. Again, that was for people that were not like us, and it was for the diamond industry, for a certain class of people to get. And then they made it, of course, commercialized for to make it affordable for everybody. But
Yeah.
honestly, there's nowhere about marriage between someone to get an engagement ring. And a lot of times when you
Right.
do get engaged, when you go down the aisle, I know that you're not supposed to have anything on your fingers because you're supposed to have that band when you put on it. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to really wear an engagement ring anyway because it's not really an identifier of the actual marriage. It's about money. It's about money. But if that's what people want, that's what you want. Hey, that's what that's
Yes.
hey, that's what you want. I'm not knocking it. I just saying, like the origin of my daughter, worked in the diamond industry for a little while, and prior to that, we were been talking about, and she was saying you'd be surprised how many people bring back the engagement ring because the women say it's not big enough.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm not trying to go too deep into this, but it's crazy
Right.
because we have been conditioned to believe that that is what we like, that we
That's what I
want the
was
diamonds,
right.
we
Exactly.
think
Yeah.
that's what we really like. But is that really your favorite type of
That's what I was saying.
jewelry?
Like, is
Is
that
it
really
really?
your favorite? I'm sorry, I was crying earlier. It was something in my eyeball. So yeah. So exactly. But like I said, it's ingrained in us. I feel
Yes.
for us single gals that may not have somebody that we can date on, I feel like we shouldn't feel bad about it. If you really What you can have a Galentine's Day. I'm sure you and another friend of
Oh,
yours, if
yes.
you're not single, if you want to go ahead and love on your friend, like, hey, we love each other, and talk about and just talk about fun times and stuff like that, and have some drinks to go out to dinner and let them be your date and just make it lighthearted. But it's really commercialized, ingrained in us
Yes.
about a lot of things that if we take a step back and realize that it's really not that deep, it's really
Yes.
not that important. What is important to us? It is fun, but if we can miss that, we can miss it.
Exactly. Exactly. And if you
So
can be aware of that and how commercialized Valentine's Day is, you won't that will help you not feel so envious or so bad or like you're missing out on something because I mean, you're really not.
yeah.
It's
So just to say,
fun, but
but
it's
it's
not.
weird because I have classmates in high school and college that are either getting married, already married, or having babies. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think she said she in her 20s or whatever like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a young mother. That's why people don't realize my age when I'm with my girls. They be thinking that we're sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we technically did grow up together though. So Lisa Johnson said, I got married at the courthouse, went to Red Lobster with my family, and with the money I saved and bought a house. Period. There you
I know
go.
that's right.
And I know
Okay.
that's right. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And let me see what the good sis
Mm-mm.
said about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day has always been one of those days that we appreciate each other, but not necessarily through monetary gifts. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Not saying exactly like that's how everybody should do it, but that's what it's not that much pressure. You say you take a day out just out of other days, like, oh, it's Valentine's Day, and just appreciate each other. You know what I'm saying? Maybe give them a blowjob or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just that's I don't know,
Yes. Right,
Yes.
because it's like as much as people like to say, "Oh, forget Valentine's Day, you should be doing that every day." It's like, but are you? Are you showing that person the appreciation every day? Are you really doing that? So why not take that
Mhm.
day off to really reiterate your love for that person or your admiration for that person? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong.
And you're right. People spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on weddings. If and think about it, and it's this big grandiose thing. Like if you got it, you got it. But let me tell you, a lot of times, more times than not, they don't have it. And a lot of times
Oh,
that, and a lot of times, more times than not, that people don't understand the etiquette of weddings. People be so far and they like, where's my invite? Can I bring my boo? There is an etiquette to weddings too. If one of the etiquettes in wedding people don't realize is that if you don't give them a gift off their registry, your monetary gift should be the amount of money per plate that it is. So if they're paying $80 or $100 per plate, that's what your monetary gift should be.
oh,
Not
okay.
$25, not a gift card. Yes, it should be. If it's going to be monetary, it should be the amount of money that they pay per plate. That's the true etiquette of it. Um, Yeah, and if you're dating someone and you wanted to plus one somebody, you have to be y'all have to be, I'm not saying monogamous, but y'all have to be in a committed relationship. You can't just bring somebody that you would just spread an ego on. You just want to show people you got a boo thing just to have a boo thing on y'all. You really have,
Right.
yeah, that you have to. That's one of the etiquettes of it, that you have to be in a. Are y'all living together, or do they have? If they met the bride or groom within the time period of them being invited? So, if people be all in their
Oh,
feelings about other people, about not being like a wedding is not only is it a formal thing, it is about meeting two people in front of God and friends that care about each other.
right.
So, you know, at least someone should at least know and have a mutual respect for you if you bring somebody in there. But let me see what the chat is talking about. Purchasing home is a great investment. Hello, Pop on there. Hello, Ronnie. Thank
Hey.
you for coming. Thank you for coming. I appreciate the thought behind the ring.
Yes.
Yes.
No matter what kind of ring it might be.
Yeah. All right. A very small ring. Listen. Hello, Amuse. Hello.
Hey.
Let me see. Candace also say you also can have both the ring and in house or whatever you choose. That's not always an option for people. for whatever you choose. But you can have both. But can't. Yeah, you can have both if that's what you choose. Just like you said, if that's what you choose, you're right. You can have both. Hmm. It's all about the individual, and plus it's all about who you know. So
Mm-hmm.
Candace, she's for the ring and the house for both. Whereas I'm not for the ring anymore, especially knowing with the diamond industry. You know what I'm saying? The sentiments of it. And so, but it goes both ways, And for her reasoning, for her getting the ring could be exactly what the ring, what her spouse is giving us for, like showing you I'm promising you this commitment of walking down the aisle,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, which is what the sentiment's supposed to be, you know. But again, the diamond industry created it to make money.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
to make money, it had nothing to do with marriages or anything like that. And we all know it's $1 billion industry, because if you go and say I'm having a retirement party, you know, at a golf club or whatever like that, at a golf resort, and have your wedding there. If you say you want a birthday party, it's probably like $45 a plate. But if you say it's a wedding, same thing, same layout. If you say it's a
Mm-hmm.
wedding, it's $125 a plate.
Yeah. That's true.
Mm-hmm. So, yep. So yeah. So well, the good sister, you can have both. Let's move on. The wedding doesn't matter. Save the money. Okay. These people stay in the wedding. That's definitely that's definitely a treat. Yes. Yup. Mm-hmm. Having expensive. Yup. And with the good stuff. Yup. A good gift for your partner will be a life insurance policy, especially a whole life policy, where you can build cash, value the use of money for your children, house, etc. Again, you know what? I'm going to leave that up there for the good sis, because she had dropped some gems. Boom. So listen, let me tell you something. That is so true. If one things I can say, like invest in yourself, invest in a life insurance policy for you and your spouse, and so you can build wealth. Yep. I honestly wholeheartedly agree with that. So if you don't want to sow yourself money into other things like that, do something tangible like that instead of something frivolous.
Yes, absolutely.
I agree. I agree. Thank you, Candace, for that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
That's
That
going to be the things that really matter in the long run.
Yup, that I agree. Yup, that is going to be one of the best things. So I agree with that wholeheartedly. For that. So again, there we go with Valentine's Day gifting. With the
Mm-hmm.
pressures of it all, where I don't feel like I will pressure. I celebrate it. Not really. No. I wouldn't pressure. And I'm not going to be wishy washy. I'm not going to be a gray area. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I'm not going to give any gray areas. Do I celebrate it? No. Will I acknowledge it for others? Of course. Especially those that may, like my children, be like, Mom, you ain't give us a card this year. You know, I'll give them a card. But honestly, no. And no, I would not put the pressure on someone that I was dating for 6 weeks, even if I wanted to spread the eagle with them, make luscious, because that's what I chose to do. Because I probably wanted to see what that mouth do. Um, So I would not pressure them. I will pressure anyone for that time frame, that little time
Yes.
frame of us going out. But if they bring it up and say, "Hey, you want to do something on that day?" Yeah, then I'll hold them to it. And like, all right, let's do something simple, or gift giving, something simple or fun or something like that. So,
Right.
mm-hmm. So yeah, listen, get that policy, okay? Policy, shoot. So, all right. So we're going to go here. Yes, and yeah, and we're going to leave with that, not the pressure. So mostly,
Right.
everyone will not pressure. Some does like the gift giving. I think some of these ladies, and just us two single gals, like, listen. For me, I say not the pressure. But what's your last and final thought on that topic, Kat?
Yes. I mean, I would just say, for me personally, it's not a big deal. I think that it can be a fun thing if you choose to celebrate it. But I think one of the best things we could take from this conversation is to, not let other people, if you are a single person, don't let other people celebrating it make you feel some kind of way about your own situation. And if
Right.
you do choose to celebrate it, especially if you haven't been involved with the person that long, try to keep it simple. Don't try to put so
Yes.
much pressure on yourself to spend all this money or make this grand gesture. Keep it simple and keep it thoughtful, and you'll be fine.
Yes, ladies. Let's not pressure these men to sis. You know what I'm saying? A single lady pressure these men to get, put this pressure on them to get something for, especially if we're just if we're just getting, getting to know that person. Pick and choose our battles or know exactly what's more important to us. And I think that putting that much too much pressure on it, and it's about how that person make you feel or just chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I agree. And outside is not always the grass. It might be fake turf. Okay, it may not be real grass. So don't look what the other people doing because, like we always
Yes.
say, social media can be nothing but smoke and mirrors. We know that. We know that.
Yes.
We know that because some of us are a little bit guilty of, what I'm saying, of them as like, oh, I'm gonna put this up here, knowing that you can put up a picture and be like, I put that picture up there, but that day I was really on some shit, or I,
Listen, that is so true.
or me and that, but we took that picture that day, but I was mad as shit, but I looked cute that day, so we took that picture.
Hmm.
So don't always look at what other people doing. Focus on you, and that is so true because you don't know what people are going through behind closed doors. So
Right.
amusing, I don't do Valentine's Day. Miss Mahal said, after 38 years, but I buy what I want and let him know how much.
Yes.
And love on ourselves as well tomorrow and always. Happy Valentine's
Amen
Day to
to
you
that.
all. Thank you. And I'm gonna just go ahead and live
Yes.
with that. All right, so we're gonna move on from that. And the next one, this next topic is, can you be in love or love more than one person? Now we're talking about being in a relationship and you love somebody else too. What are your thoughts about that? Can you love more than one person while you're in a relationship? Okay, or dating? Okay, are you dating? You be like, oh my god, I love this person. Oh my god, I don't know how to choose. What is I'm going to do? Have you ever been in that situation before? Speak on that. If you ever been in that situation before, have you?
Right. So, okay. So I have not been in a situation like that before, but I think this is a very interesting topic or question. Can you be in love with more than one person at the same time? Now, if you would have asked me this years ago, I would have said absolutely not. But now that, I'm a little bit older and I see the way relationships kind of work and how people think, I think it might be possible. I don't know. It's interesting because I feel like the concept of love or being in love is a little bit different for everybody. It's different for men and women. It's different from woman to woman and from man to man. So, um, I think it's an interesting question, and I can honestly say I don't know, but I think it's possible.
I think it's possible too. And then Amuse said, nope. Gentlemen, I have not, but I definitely think it's possible. I both, both. Yeah, because we're not going to get hooked up on like semantics. Like, can you be in love with two people, more than one person at the same time? Because you
Hmm.
definitely can love more than one person at the same time. We're talking about a relationship
Yes,
because you can have love, you can love more than one person. But being in love,
because
Candy, I love two people, but never have been in love with two at the same time. Okay. But is it possible? Do you feel like it's possible? So for me, I think that have I? Yes, I have.
ooh,
But being as though that I've never been one to cheat on a. I've never have been um cheated on a partner or whatever like that. That's where nothing panned out or anything like that. But yes, I was in love with two people at one time, and it's possible and it's stressful. But because I mean, one person could be my Sammy, the other one could be my chicken. You know what I'm saying? And I love them. And they both were decent individuals. And it was hard.
Oh my God. I did not expect you to say that. But I'm
Yeah.
glad you said that because
And let me tell
I've
you why I don't think it's possible for Miss McCall. And the reason why is because a moment of me allowing myself to be vulnerable, that's
mhm.
when the other person came in, and I allow myself to be vulnerable with that person, and then things grew from there. And then I was like, damn. So,
Yes.
um, but yeah, I was in love with two people before, and I think it's possible for it to happen again. I think it's possible for it to happen again. Yes.
Oh wow, yes.
I love two different men. I love in different ways though. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. First of all, Amuse. First of all, I barely could I barely love okay, okay, all right. I get. But I'm gonna leave it up to I need to take a break. I'm gonna go ahead and do this commercial break real quick.
Ah,
But I want the
some
chat to see and
commercial.
chime in. Put the popcorns in the chat. Put the popcorns in the chat. Put the cats in the chat along with the called the painting.
Oh, the little palette, the paint palette.
The painting colors in the chat with the cat, and also right there. But can you be in love with more than one person? I think it is possible, you guys. I really do. I really do. So, Kat, I want you to lead this conversation real quick while I take a moment. All right.
Okay.
All right. There you go.
All right. So yeah, I remember like growing up, I used to remember some of my family members, they would always say, you know, it's not possible to love two people at the same time because if you love one person, there's no way you're going to be in love with another person. And if you are, that means it's not real love. And so that's kind of the foundation of what I learned, you know, what I learned growing up. But, you know, as I've gotten older and I've met more people and have actually been in the real world, it's like, you know what? I've seen people be conflicted between two different people. And, you know, it can be kind of confusing if you've never experienced that or if you thought it wasn't possible. But, you know, it's just very interesting. So, you know, I guess it all depends on what I think we all experience love differently. And not only do we experience it differently, I think that as we, you know, get a little bit older, our idea of love evolves. So I think it is, like I said, I think it is possible. Obviously, it is possible because people have said that they've been in love with, you know, more than one person at the same time. But I honestly, I hope I never feel that because I don't know what I would do. Popcorn. Where'd she go?
I'm right here.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. So I'm glad that you there because it is. I feel like it's possible. People gets in here. Thank you for everybody putting the cats in the chat. Thank you for putting the palette in the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you for your support in engaging in discussion about their being in love with more than one person. So like I said, I have been. It didn't get too messy, because it could be, but it was
Good.
yeah, it happened, and I think it can happen again. So anybody else in the chat have want to chime in? Some said they can't. They've been in love, but not. They love two people, but not at the same time. They have for different reasons. So yeah, that's all. So with that being said, though, it's possible for those that said it's possible. And do you think that it's possible to be in a polyamorous relationship?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's for me, but
For you, but
it ain't for me. But
right.
that's another thing. I feel like as I've gotten a little bit older and more wise, and I've seen more
You said nope.
situationships. I said nope. Um, can see how it might work for some people. Sometimes we get stuck on how things are supposed to be because that's how we were taught or raised. But we have to remember that there are different ways to live life. And I think as long as everyone involved in every situation are consenting adults, then, have at it. Do what works for you.
Yes, I agree. So listen, could I be in a polyamorous relationship? Probably. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because number one, I don't try to compete with nobody. I compete with me. Like I do me. So I'm not gonna be sitting here trying to think that I'm a one up on somebody or compete with somebody. No, I'm gonna do me, give them my best me. If that person wants to be with me, go Eagles. Um, because they value me, they love me, and like I said, it's consensual adults. Every all parties should be involved because things is messy anyway. But if you be honest, and I'm not a jealous person, um, don't get me wrong. I've been in monogamous relationships, right? And I've always been monogamous in the relationship as well. Like, I'm never, like I said, I never cheated on a partner or anything like that. But I've never been like a jealous type either because I just not. I just love me so much that if it's not about me, it's about that person. It's all on them. They trash ass person if they going to do something to me. That's how I look at it. However, if we are in a poly relationship, we both know each other. I am not attracted to women. However, it would be two guys. They have to know about each other and they have to have some type of confidence in themselves to know that all right. Because a lot of times when you're dating, you're dating multiple people anyway. So it's not always you by yourself. And like I said, it's very important that it's consensual, that
Yes.
everybody, all parties involved know. And I don't. And the thing about it, like I wouldn't, because to this day, I wouldn't take any bones. Like if I have issues with the person I'm with, I wouldn't take it to the other person and be like, yo, yeah, was doing me wrong, and he did this to me, and I would not say, tell that to Yaya, on opposed, to tell that to Denzel. You know what I'm saying? So I so
Yes.
I'm not so I'm not going to be able to I just like I said, I just think I'm a thorough ass person and I'm not a jealous spirit. If somebody is out there doing things, if I'm with a partner and he's out there being deceptive towards me, it has nothing to do with me. It has something to do with them and it has nothing to do with the broad. Now the broad knew that
Mm-hmm.
he was with me and she still chose it. He still chose to pursue that relationship with her knowing. I don't have no beef with her. I mean, it is what it is. So
Right.
no, like I said, I think I could make it work. Not make it work. It should have to be organically. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
we were ingrained to certain things. It's always been relationships like that. It's just that now they're out in the open, but they were always in secret.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
That's very
always
true.
there was always people talking about, yeah, you don't know what they doing behind, they be over there doing their freaky deaky and all that stuff. But
Right.
that was working for them. That may not work for them. Like, no, I wouldn't, that works for them. There always been a lot of things going, this stuff is nothing new.
It's
And
not.
people shun about. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. And I would not try to pose that on anybody. And I wouldn't want nobody to pose those things on me as either if it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? First of all, let me just go ahead and highlight. All right. So some people said, all right, let's see. So Gypsy said, I don't polyreach. I ain't sharing.
I ain't
Okay.
sharing.
I used to think it was before, but now I have a whole new view. What is your whole new view? Yeah. And you know what? You say I'm not sharing. Let me tell you something. I can't be somebody's everything. That's unrealistic to me. I can't be his therapist. I can't be his mother. I can't be his best friend all the time. I can be his best friend, but I can't be there for somebody all the time 100% if that's what they need because that's so much giving of them of myself, then I be shedding myself thin. So if I have
Yeah.
somebody that can or if they have somebody else, then give them things that I can't. that I can't provide for them because I'm trying to keep myself whole as well because of the needs that they came in, then so be it. Because I've really not set out to be somebody, because I am I do have to, you know, make time for myself, for my mental peace, for for my health, for my friends, and even for my partner. But I just can't be a partner's everything. And I feel like that's unrealistic to ask that of me. So let me finish reading. Go ahead. What's your thoughts on that? I could be in a poly, but already a lot managing two person. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just simply say, all right. So what is that? I'm glad I'm vaginal and
Version of make it make
you
sense.
know, and you know what? I can't. I'm virginal and you know what? I got a baby. Is those babies?
The little angel
Angel.
babies.
Oh, hell, he's an
Mims
angel.
is an
Oh,
angel baby.
he's an angel. She said, nope, not for them. So what do you think? Did you mean couldn't Candy? I could not. Oh, Candy said she could not manage in two households. Child, please. You know what? You right. She said she could not. And thinking about managing two households, child. We
Listen.
had work all day. We be managing work, managing home, managing these kids, managing the books, managing the finances and all that stuff. Yeah, no. So Mim said no. She meant she could. She said she could. She could. She said yes. Amused. That was a Freudian slip. Exactly. Because
Uh-huh.
if you look, if you directing, being a director or a manager, you'll be able to manage those two households. Okay.
Okay.
Shoot. Let me tell you. He said, somebody said, "Stop it." Mim came here. Okay. He was like, he came here guns. Yo,
Oh.
I can't share beef stick. Guess what? How do you know you're not sharing anyway?
Ooh. Ciao.
And how about look? How about you have another boo? You know what I'm saying? You don't always have to be a man with another woman. It could be you with another guy. You know what I'm saying? You can have a boyfriend. You can have a husband and a boyfriend. How about that? And they know
Come
about
on,
each other.
side bay.
That's
Yes.
right. Come on through with the side bay. Put the yes. I'm so that yeah. Don't get me wrong. I ideally would want to be in a relationship between me and the man, just me, them two together. But like I said, I have in the past have opened up and allowed myself to be vulnerable with somebody else. And I can see how not a love triangle, and not a situationship, and not with but I can see that it can be done.
Yeah.
And let me see what make it makes it. AJ Johnson, lay it low in this. I'm not even gonna read no more. You know what? We're
Oh
not
my
saying at
god.
the same time. We don't want this. I mean, I'm not saying I want the two pins at the
It
same.
ain't for me. I don't
You know
know.
what I mean? Maybe on Monday. Monday
I'm not
maybe
interested in that.
yeah. Wednesday I might have dental. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh.
Friday I might have Meek Mill. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, popcorn. Girl.
yeah,
Girl.
you never know. Wait, but right here. So let me see what they said. I can't. I literally saw a content creator video about how she has a husband and a boyfriend. I think I saw that too for a hot second. Yeah, but see, what the thing about is that if I was to do that, I
Hmm.
wouldn't. I wouldn't try to sell people on how it works for us, because everything ain't for everybody.
Right. It's not. And it's a difference between being intentional with someone like that, with something like that, and then just being messy and just
Hmm.
not being responsible. I think a lot of people think that it's fun to just, oh yeah, I have multiple partners, or not even partners, like multiple relationships. They think that is something fun, but
Hmm.
when it's done in a meaningful way, I feel like it's something that's actually very intentional, And you have to have a lot of responsibility with something like that.
It is. I can see that it's a huge responsibility with that because even just juggling one person with a one household is a
Yes.
responsibility. But I think if you have two, you can alleviate some responsibility off of yourself. And
Right.
so yeah, so but yeah,
Yes.
but I did see that, and for me, I just yeah, they're saying Candy, she saw them too, but I just feel like I
Dang, I
wouldn't.
wish I'm nosy.
I'll let you. I'll show you where I saw that at. Yeah. So she was like,
Okay.
"Yeah, 'cause I have a husband, and yeah, we know we make money together and all that stuff, and that's fine. But that works for them. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times people go on and try to sell people their non-traditional ways of doing things, and people are not always receptive. So, but for me, she went up there and did the damn thing. But for me, I wouldn't. Like I said, what may works for me may not work for everybody else, and everything is not for everybody. And I'm not in no poly
Right.
relationship, and I'm not saying that I'm wide open to one, but I think that it's possible for me to be in one.
Right. I got you. I got you.
Mm-hmm. Love me some menses though. You know what I'm saying? Especially this one content creator. I don't love them. I just love looking at them.
Okay, I know who you're talking about, probably.
Okay. If you know what content creator I love looking at, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. And I know the candy shop already. No.
Yes.
Put it in.
Hmm.
So wait a minute. All right, candy shop, right, props, but it's like, all right, here we go. It's slightly a jar So yes, let me see what Make It Make Sense said. All right, let me see what he said. I'm going to highlight what he say, and I'm gonna let the chat read it because I don't know. I don't know. Only responsibility you have on the three ways to make sure she highlights, because if she don't, it's a waste of time. I
Oh my
mean,
gosh.
did drop a gem for that one though. Yes, sir.
Ciao.
But yes, yes. So, but all right. So listen. Question though, even though you said it made for you, but if you had to pick two celebrities to be in a poly relationship with, who would they be? Mm.
um. Well, I know that people think that Will Smith is corny, but I have a huge crush on Will Smith. I have forever. So maybe he will be one.
That's my birthday twin. We both born in Philly. We both got the same birthday.
Yes. And what would be another one? I don't know. That's a weird question because then I just imagine like two men being together and it's just
No,
I
I have two
can't.
different. I live on a compound. One wing is for Will Smith, and the other wing is for.
Oh,
And
okay.
Will always working too. So while Will is always on location and working and being, doing his Oscar press and all that stuff right now, who is holding you down?
Oh, maybe I also have a major crush on Idris Alba, so maybe him. Let's go with him. What about you?
Okay, so wait a minute. The candy shop had asked me. So would you be in a polygamous relationship, Pop? Since there's a difference, there is a difference. Okay, I'm not trying to live. I'm not trying to have a sister wife to live with, and they be competing with the menses, you know, affection and all that stuff. And I'm not trying to give nobody no babies. 'Cause a lot of times polygamy wants another wife so they can have more children, so they can be fruitful and multiply. But no, I don't. I don't want us to, but live with no. Since there is a
Oh my
difference.
gosh. The comments. I
All
cannot.
right, it was a vine, not little Fizz and Nelly. No, no,
No, thank you.
no, thank you. And I'm not even going like really throw Nelly truly under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that you can work with. You know what I mean? And it's not an unattractive peen, but little Fizz peen. I mean, if I had got to know him and we really built up a relationship prior to
Hmm.
finding out, I would, I would make the best of it, but preferably if I seen it beforehand, like I seen it now, I'd be like, no, I'm good. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't nope. No thank
No.
you, no thank you, Fizzle Pop. But all right. So if I had to do my choice, it would be Yahya Abdul Mateen the second. Okay, and if y'all don't know why, watch Watchmen episode 8. A guy walks into the bar. Okay, he is in his birthday suit, and then watch me like
Yes.
that is his full bathing suit. That is not no prosthetic like Mark Wahlberg wore when he did that movie. That was a prosthetic. This is Yahya full body baby.
Yes.
Okay, back to child. I might watch Watchmen tonight. Okay, watch. How would I work? Candace, because I'm a lover of women, and if I mean, I would try. Okay, I would try.
Oh
I would
my
try.
gosh.
But yeah, so it would be if I was just like you said, Will Smith. Who was your second person?
Idris Elba.
He just Albert. Okay. Oh, they was two good. Ooh,
Yes.
yeah, good seasoned men too. This, yes.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So mine would be Abdul. Yeah. Yahya Abdul Mateen the second and Jonathan Majors. So Jonathan,
Okay.
I fell in love with Jonathan Majors watching Lovecraft Country.
Yes.
Woo, child.
It's a
I
good
wanted to
show.
be that. I wanted to be that shirt so bad that he wore when he was at that block party. I
Oh, you
just
want
want.
to be the shirt?
So yes, it's the mushroom for me. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
She said, oh, she fell asleep.
Hey, anointed.
Man,
she, she
anointed.
fell asleep waiting on us.
Sure did. While we trying to figure out our technical difficulties, okay? Yes, I said with that mouth too. Hey. Right. You know what? You know what, Candace? We his you know what? That's why the women be, upset about Lil Fizz. Maybe he got serious mouth work.
Oh my goodness.
You like, oh my, you can't get past it, can you?
It was weird. I don't like to talk about people's like genitals and stuff, but yeah, it was odd. It was weird looking.
So he said, what make it make sense? That Kit doesn't have the masculine energy. What I, I think, you know what?
Oh no.
I think her male energy is the reason why their relationship is not successful.
Oh.
Because the
Mm.
women that he has been, that's why he has known to be with other women. Um, because it was like kind of like blastic a few times. They were very highly feminine women. So I think that's one of the reasons why I think she's too feminine, but he chooses to keep the family together, and he's barely even there. He's
Mm-hmm.
barely even there, and she said it on her own self that Will checked her a few times, especially if it wasn't for Will checking her, she would have been there, that because she was trying to be throw shade at the first wife, and he had to check her on that. So
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah. Please tell me, oh my, what are your requirements? The streets want to know. Yes,
The
anointed is saying
streets.
hi to the chat and saying everybody hi. Yes, they saying hi. Boom, boom, boom. What do you think about I can't. Ashanti was with Nelly for 10 years because, like I said, it wasn't that. I mean, it was young, but I mean, it was
Mm-hmm.
workable. It was workable because that girl, she was working with it in that video, working with it. Okay, and then like I said, it's probably what his mouth do as well, y'all, as well. All right, so yeah, I forgot Ashanti was with Nelly for a good amount of years.
Yes.
She was
Yes.
with him for a minute. She was with him for a minute. I'm gonna say like a nickel, right? She was with him for like a nickel. And I think he was with Miss Shantae, with what's her Miss Jackson, Miss whatever. What was her name that he was with? Shantae,
Um.
because she was one of because she was one of Floyd's concubines too. Miss Jack,
Oh,
yeah, the one that he was
yeah.
engaged to for a long time too. She was one of Floyd's Mayweather concubines, and so was Princess Love from
Mm-hmm.
married to Ray J. Because don't forget, Ray J was really close to Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? And he stood up there and took one of his concubines. Yes, but yo, but Kat said no poly for her. Me, I'm like, I can see it can happen to me. Not saying I want to. Not the skid marks. Stop it.
What, Ray J Dookie
Ray J,
draws?
JJ, yeah. She had to put that man tracks on on blast.
Hey, he said it himself, basically.
You need somebody to watch them draws for you. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. So
Dookie draws.
had to
Mm-mm.
do Brown. So yeah, no, definitely would be Yahya Abdul Mateen the second. I stand behind him.
Yes, that's a good
I'm gonna
one.
stick beside him. That's mine. Yes, his body is top tier as that Manta guy from the Aquaman, but Candyman,
Oh yeah.
he had the chesticles out. He had, oh my gosh, Jonathan Majors. I'm lusting after those guys. Period. You know what? I'm dead. Not the Dookie draws though. Exactly.
Dookie draws.
Yes. I can't be with you if you don't want to wipe your. Yes, you gotta get those wipes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mm-mm-mm. And speaking of that, how about Lamar Odom? They said that he had, you know, he shattered his bed,
I heard. That's so embarrassing.
and he said it was the milk. He said it was the dairy.
Why did he eat that or drink dairy if he knew he was lactose? You think that's what it was?
I don't know, child. I don't know, child. Maybe his bowels are very loose from all the,
That's very embarrassing.
that
Oh.
is. I'm like, damn, shittles and bits, right?
That
Yes,
shittles.
not
Shittles and bits.
yes, yes. Well, we've been on here for an hour. We thank you guys for engaging in us. We just thank you for your input about us single gals and that's are not single, that's been with their partner for a long time. About if you um it's the damn chance for me.
I
If you've been
know.
in a relationship or if you've been just newly dating, are you do you want to celebrate? How do you want to
Mhm.
celebrate Valentine's Day? Are you putting a pressure? I think for us women, I think we should not put pressure, especially if we're newly dating someone, pressure on these holidays, especially what other people are doing because the grass ain't greener on the other side
Yeah.
and it's all smoke and mirrors. And a lot of things are just not that important. And it's about what Kat said is about how you make the other person feel. Make it fun and lighthearted. Things are not that deep, especially Valentine's Day. A lot
Right.
of things going on in the world, a lot of things that we are going on with, like for our mental health, our physical health. So if we make things fun and lighthearted and just be healthy and communicate, I think that will be, a good, in my opinion, I think that's the road that we should be trying to head us ladies and especially single ladies, like not putting so much pressure on these commercialized things. And
Right.
and my other thought about can you be a level 2 person? I have been, and I can see it happen again if I allow myself to be vulnerable. Um, and am I advocating for it? No. Is that ideal for me? It haven't been really ideal for me in the past. To be in a poly relationship as well. And I'm gonna stick beside Yaya and Jonathan.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go to that content creator page and see what that and look at them and
Hey,
what their mouth do. You know what I mean? What their mouth do. Put the mouths in the chat.
put the vows in the chat.
Yeah. Hey,
Popcorn
Cuddy.
is silly. Hey, Cotty. What is that face for? I wonder.
Cuddy, before we go, tell us what that face is for. And she said, drop the link. Okay. Mm-hmm. So go ahead, Kat. Your final thoughts on the topics that we discussed, boo.
Yes. Well, I guess just to wrap it all up, I'll say again, you don't be pressured or fooled by anything anyone else has going on, especially if you're looking at it on social media, because we all know that that is a lot of smoke and mirrors. And I have never been in love with more than one person at a time, but I do know now. I know that it's possible. I've never experienced that though, and yeah, and if you guys are watching this on the replay, make sure you leave a comment for us about your
Yes.
thoughts on these topics. And if you want to do a deeper dive on the topics, just talk about it in the comment section after the video so that we can,
Yes.
communicate with you guys.
So before we go, I want to address this. So the real question if you it would have it AJ Johnson night. Okay, AJ Johnson is Shavane from House Party and the mom in
Yeah.
and Baby Boy's mom. She did say that she had I think she had two for her she had two men a night of ecstasy with two men. And
Mm-hmm.
one she was, the other one pleased her, and it was one at a time pleasing. It wasn't pleasing at the same time. It wasn't, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of times people think of porn when they think of being pleased by two men at the same time. They automatically go with porn. And I don't think, yes, it was a night of ecstasy. As she said it, she had a good time. It doesn't have to be like a porn. That's because people automatically go to porn when they think of sex
Yeah.
a lot of times when it's not that. So we don't know in the way of pleasuring her which way that she said one, pleasured her, gave her a night of, gave her ecstasy, and then the other one went there. So we don't know what type of pleasure that, I mean, if it was penetration or not. But the thing about it is that it may not have been like a scene out of, you know what I mean, double penetration porn shit.
Oh my God.
Then again, she could have been all wild and outside. Hey, it was for her 50th
Child.
birthday. It was consenting adults. She said she had a really great time. She is very secure in who she is because she's a life coach and she do exude, you know, that she's very sure of who she is. And it takes you know, you know, some men that that's secure in who they are to want to, they hey
Yeah.
one boom boom boom. So somebody learn to clean your backside for the Valentine. You never know who may lie in the bed for yes, abuse. Yes,
Clean
yes.
that booty.
Clean that booty, child. Okay. So yeah. So it takes it takes a village to please AJ. Um, and I'm hurt him. Not it takes a village though. But like I said, people automatically think of um porn and all that stuff. It could have been a very tender and lustrous and sensational and ecstasyable, whatever words that she had put in. But she did. She said it could have been like you said. She enjoyed it, and everything ain't for everybody. And I think that.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked for her, and she enjoyed herself for her 50th birthday. So kudos to AJ. That's what she wanted. You know what I mean? Festival was for the
Yeah.
kids. You know what I'm saying? But like Kat said, if you're watching this on the replay, comment with your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Pop, you some bullshit. You know what I mean? Pop, you was on some bullshit. Or like, hey, I agree, or this is what happened to me, or whatever like that. Engaged if you watch. And I want to say thank you for everybody for joining us on this Saturday afternoon about Kiss and Tell because we kissed and we told a little
Mm-hmm.
bit about ourselves. And, a single gals trying to date in this Panni 19. And I think a lot of it, I think one of our things, our themes have been not being unrealistic in the last couple
Yes.
of weeks. Because a lot of times
Yes.
we've been taught about being unrealistic,
Mm-hmm.
having our head all in the clouds and how things are supposed to be. We're not saying compromise your core values and stuff like that and your boundaries of relationship, but there are some things that we are told are just totally unrealistic as women
Right.
when it comes to men and partners or stuff like that.
Right.
So, any other words? Anointed, I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna text it to you, boo. All right, for backstage. So Anything else?
I don't have anything else. This was a fun topic. I
Yes,
had
it
fun with y'all.
yes, I had a good time as well. I want to thank everybody that came over to the chat. I want to thank I want to thank everybody that came over to the chat. I want to thank everybody that liked and subscribed, and make sure you please share. As we're going next week, we're going to do some news you could use, and it's going to be
Yay.
black news that you could use, and we might do some late night news that no one can use. Okay, but yeah, so I guess I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. And make sure you like and subscribe. Bam, 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 because I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. I need that community page. So,
Yes.
guys, bye.
Bye.